I'm on the American server. Currently I'm on the American server and the gold will leak through the board. So what does that mean? Gold leak tier 2 for the turn. Gold leak tier 2 for the Zerg. Gold leak tier 3 for the Protoss. And gold leak tier 3 for random. First game I'll play as a Protoss. I've today went through the news and it turned out that there's gonna be new maps for season 3. Now it's season 2. Season ends on 15 August 2018. So a few maps will be changed, and it's good. I think that developers are changing the maps and changing the way the game's played. At first I kind of thought that, for example, the games are being changed. I mean, the gameplay is being changed so that the gameplay would be better. But now I'm starting to kind of think that it could be that the reason why it's being patched is just simply so that
additional pylons required.
The game would be consistently different. Very different. And that's the whole thing. Okay, now I'm just going to build more probes, pretty much. That's it. So far so good, things are not looking bad, not looking sad. I'm going with the good old second expansion cybernetic stalker gameplay. Here, seems that I am missing out a little bit. And now what do you want to go for? For the base? Yeah, I'll go for the base, fine. So if I go for the base, that means my
not enough minerals.
Cybernetic score will just simply not be nearly as fast. That's it. Here, let's get these guys in. This also more gas can be constructed. I need cybernetic score for a battery shield. That's fine. I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna build that. Furthermore, that's done. Stalker
construct additional pylons.
Could go down, but it won't go down. I need additional pylons. So I kind of messed up with this pylon there. In any case, now that should be sorted out. Okay, look at that. He's coming over. Oh, you. Oh, you. In any case, I'm unable to do much about that. I'm building those stalkers though, and for as long as I won't be hit by
Here in the shadows.
enemy.
I am the voice of the eclipse.
Ling assault, it could be not a complete disaster. Here some of these need to be sent to my second base to start mining. And all in all, I just need more stalkers. Now, what else do I need to build here? Let's see. Probably I could start with a robotics facility. And more stalkers. Need to make sure that workers are being consistently in construction. And that's that. I have no doubt that my opponent is kind of watching over. So I'll need that
mineral quantity.
observer as soon as possible. Also, I could get that.
Need more Vespene.
Vespene gas. Okay, here the observer, 75 Vespene gas. That's a bit steep for now. Okay. In any case, the gas problem is severe. It's like a really big problem. I really like the fact that the units here can be constructed at a little faster pace. And let's see if that observer is here.
Inadequate supply.
It looks like the observer wasn't there. Okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to start moving out. And more precisely, I need to start expanding. So I'm gonna start expanding over there. No, better go here. And I further need to build.
Enemy assaulting probes.
Okay, so let's attack him here and see where this is going to lead us. Okay, it looks like roaches are going to be very sturdy opponents for us. And he's close. He's really close. I need
pylons required.
immortals. Already additional pylons. So things, without a doubt, are not looking good. It looks like I'm
inadequate supply.
being
Pylons inefficient.
played here very well.
Additional pylons required.
That's not good. Additional pylons are still required. This guy got stuck, unfortunately for me. And what else do I want here? Let's go for more of these. Also, that's it. So, it looks like I have a capacity to create myself. Okay, let's attack. In any case, it doesn't look like I can do this. My observer has been caught and destroyed. Well, he went for lurkers and hydralisks and such. In any case, the game went out really nicely. Let's send in these guys to do some damage as well. Okay, that's it. The probes do 5 damage every 1.07 seconds. In any case, it's time to check out the game that my opponent played here. So, what happened here? He created a base close to mine, and I didn't have nearly as many troops to do something about it. I relied heavily on stalkers, while he went for roaches, later hydralisks and mutalisks. or so is no, not Mutalisks, lurkers, even for hydralisks and lurkers. In any case, it was a very risky kind of move for him to build that base there, but it did give him an advantage in speed. So what did I had here? I had 3 stalkers. That probably would not have been enough to successfully annihilate my enemy. And the battle continues.
Under attack.
Here I make an assault, but it's not working out. In these kind of scenarios, it's good that he plays these kind of changelings here, because they will take space and my troops will not be able to kind of move
Metamorphosis complete.
as effectively. In any case,
Our forces.
he came back with those changelings, and he'll be just
Field depleted.
creating himself a force. Assaulting. My base. He had some upgrades while reconstruction and evolved looks fine, so it looks like he was very much focusing on this time attack here. Without a doubt. And here it all ends, really. It's all over. I wonder how well does High Templar Storms do against a Roach batch. Let's find out in the unit tester. Normally, as far as I'm aware, things like storms should effectively deal damage to biological light units and do little or just simply not enough damage to armored units. Now, a Roach is an armored unit. A Roach is a good all-out unit, really. Now, let's see how that goes.
My charge.
So, Roach armed biological unit. 145.
We shall stand against the darkness.
These have storms. Creates a storm of psionic energy that lasts 3 seconds, causing up to 80 damage to all units in the target area. It looks like storms will do the same amount of damage.
We seek enlightenment.
Regardless. And so it seems.
Orkai, a tomb.
It will. As you can see,
Our minds are as one.
storms are very, very effective.
We are the light of the eye.
Not enough energy.
But if those units attack, it's all over. Roaches can also recover. They're very, very good units. They won't stay in the fight for long. And they can effectively recover in your face. That's all I wanted to know. It's time to go back. I'm going to play another match as a Protoss. what I needed to do there, probably go for air units. I think he played very smart, without a doubt. And I think what he did there, it's just like a good, proper real Zerg play. Some of those hydraulics would have been able to destroy my air units anyway.
Must construct additional pylons.
So that's the thing. Now I'm just gonna do the same thing. And just focus on the economy. I think that everything is fine. I just need something more than only stalkers, and I think a High Templar, maybe an Immortal could be a good answer to that. Without a doubt. Here all of these managed to fit in nicely. I'm gaining stuff. Now it's a period of waiting, and so finally this
Inadequate supply.
Oh wow!
Pylons inefficient.
I'm very surprised that I messed up like that.
Must construct additional pylons.
So yeah, it looks like I'll just have to wait for some time here, and nothing can be done about that. Okay, so this guy is already making it possible, and here I'll hit. Here I'm going to construct a bunch of gateways, and
I'm here in the shadows.
can he destroy it? He certainly cannot destroy it. So I should probably keep him there.
For the reckoning.
It looks like the passage here is just a little too small. That's not good, and look at that, the passage was too short and the lanes showed up. Let's attack these lanes also. And I'll probably need more troops. Okay, so it didn't work out. It didn't work out at all because I've got hit quite early with those things, and it seems that even my combined force here of probes wasn't enough to kill off those things. Those things just proved to be far more capable.
I'm here in the shadows.
Oh wow, nothing's going to save me. Nothing at all. Reinforcements are here. It looks like I'm left with leaving the game. So let's see, it was an early attack. Fine. And how did he execute that? It looks like most of the openings that I've seen so far are very, very standard, which is second base, gas, spawning pool. Then he's just gonna build up a few links, quite a few links indeed. He has 18 at the moment, and this is where he moves on to the offensive, and it looks like there's not much left. He's just going to eliminate me, and what I needed to do, probably I needed a much better wall off and maybe 2-3 stalkers, maybe a couple of more shield batteries. In any case, nothing's going to save me now here. So I'm moving towards Silver League 1 then. And now I'm going to play as a Zerg. So I've been beaten the last 2 matches by Zerg players, so why not playing as a Zerg myself? Here I can go for 8th anniversary pie. Another decal for the Zerg and Terran. Let's wait now. And look at that, I'll be playing a Protoss. Okay, that's good. Without a doubt, that's gonna be interesting. The last times I've been beaten by reasonably early aggression there. And so it begins. Okay.
More minerals required.
More minerals required. So what are the standard openings we know about? We could go hatchery first. We may not go hatchery first. Sometimes it's probably best. I'm not sure. Because, well, making the hatchery first, I would end up having like quicker
Not enough minerals.
larva than otherwise. Oh, look at that, he showed up. And it looks like he's not kind of rushing me just yet. Or so it seems.
Mineral quantity insufficient.
And I have a spawning pool with myself here already. And 14 workers in my main base. well, 0 at the natural expansion. Natural expansion is the closest, most kind of suitable expansion. The main is pretty much the main base. That's it. Okay. Here I'm gonna go for nothing really, just maybe more gas then. I would like to send all of my newly constructed workers to my natural expansion. Also, I need to build those overlords and a bunch of links. I'm gonna fill this up as well, so I will have a reasonable amount of
More minerals required.
gas. Also, at this
Not
point,
enough minerals.
I'm gonna focus on workers.
Queen birth successful.
Okay.
Swarm forces.
Oh, I'm
under
being
attack.
counter-rushed. I'm being counter-rushed. Okay, that's a disaster. Let's send everything I've got south to attack those cannons. Let's send everything. And see if that is of any use.
Mineral quantity insufficient.
It looks like it was not. It looks like I have been annihilated by this
More minerals required.
by this wall up,
Swarm
and
forces under attack.
I'm gonna attack with this. Nice sheets. You can watch it on
Evolution
You left
complete.
the game, child. Well, is it cheese? Probably not exactly, but it's certainly a counter rush. So it's certainly a cheesy play, but probably the better term for it is a counter rush. And let's take a look how he worked it all out. So he builds a couple of pylons on the sides, and then we have I mean, he builds a couple of pylons on the sides, and then he builds cannons on the sides as well. And by the time he gets 4 out, it's probably all over. Also, he finds time to expand. And I didn't kind of even notice that, really. I attack him with everything I've got. And it's not good at all. So, chasing down those probes is without a doubt important, very important. Here my further attacks doesn't work. He builds even a battery. Now let's take a look a bit from my perspective. You see, I only after a while noticed that what he did here. So he actually placed the first cannons very strategically. So strategically I couldn't notice them naturally. So I think that this is really important to know. Look at that. He kind of placed it there, but I can't see it. Right? So then he has to place another one, and that other one is visible, and then I kind of realize that there's even a further one, and my kind of fog of war registers it as being here, and there are no more secrets there. And it looks like even all of my drones in this case would not be able to stop all of these cannons. And the further we wait, more difficult it gets, because it builds more cannons, shield batteries, and then it's all over. Okay, I almost got demoted here. -86 points for cannon rush. That's quite a big minus, without a doubt. Okay, this time I'm playing against the pro. So I'm being cheesed today on American server. It looks like players tend to kind of have this sort of a early game aggression meta. In Starcraft 2, meta would stand for a game that's considered to be efficient. So I'll elaborate a little bit on that. So when the patch comes out, or when the game is in its live standing,
must spawn more overlords
for a reasonable amount of time, let's say 6 months, then the players over all that time, they tend to kind of learn all the best stuff about the game. That is, the game mechanics, strategies, and they tend to learn from each other, and in this case they create what's called meta, which is the best way to do cannon rush, the best way to do early aggression, the best timing attacks against most of the threats out there, and things of that sort. So basically a meta is just the best playstyle in terms of strategies that can be employed during a specific period. So players may tell you that the meta has changed, or the new meta is a bit complicated or very different from what we've used to play. So for example, when the Marauders were patched and they became far more sinister for other players, then without a doubt players they have started to
more minerals required. Not enough
employ
minerals.
more Marauders, and we see more Marauder games, for example, due to their much
more overlords required. Mineral
better
quantity insufficient.
efficiency out there. Okay, here I'm gonna go
More
for
minerals required.
a few units. You see, I didn't build
Insufficient overlords. Queen
myself
birth successful.
things like links, and look at that, his probe was here, and that is without a doubt not good.
Not enough energy.
Okay, in any case, I'm waiting. For simply more
Spawn more overlords.
more workers. So what I want to do is I would just want to drone up at this point. Not going to invest
Swarm has evolved.
in anything else really. Just expansion.
More overlords required.
And I'm waiting for those overlords at this point. Okay. So far so good. Gonna expand here as well. So I'm kind of relying on my opponent not to attack me. So this is a sort of anti-cheese perspective. Or anti-early aggression.
Insufficient energy.
And that's it. That's where my strength could lie. And let's go into a hive. Alright.
Not enough.
Also,
command. Unacceptable.
Upgrades. Here, I need to go for better saturation of fields, another queen, some modlings,
More overlords.
more overlords. I'll build 2 additional overlords. I need a lair for all that detection, so I'm
Not
waiting.
enough energy.
Okay. Let's go for a bunch of upgrades for attack. Range attack, and
Not enough minerals.
that's that. So no early aggression just yet.
Newly birthed.
We definitely need some anti-air.
Sufficient energy.
And here, let's fill this up.
Swarm forces.
And
under
look
attack.
at that. Being attacked. Unfortunately, I was in fact way too focused on
Insufficient overlords. More minerals required. Not enough minerals. Mineral quantity insufficient.
I can't believe this. I'm making a hell of a lot of damage on
More
him.
minerals required.
Okay, that was very surprising indeed. Okay, so it wasn't a complete disaster as you can see, but without a doubt,
Mineral quantity insufficient.
it was disastrous. Now I have 33 workers. That's not nearly as many workers, but
Not enough minerals.
it will have to do.
Mineral
So
quantity
what
insufficient.
am I focusing here now on is
Not enough energy.
just simply more workers.
Mutation.
So
More
once again,
minerals required.
I'm very kind of focused on the minerals. I'm gonna send these guys from further bases
Newly birthed. Ready.
into this base, where hopefully everybody is going to kind of mine
More overlords required.
nicely,
Insufficient
safely.
energy. Not enough energy.
Here, missed out on that. Let's go for this some more. So I'll be able to construct hydralisks soon.
Not enough minerals.
And okay, so at this point, I should be able to focus more on the military. So I've played my greedy game again, and I kind of hoped
Must spawn more
that
overlords.
my opponent
More minerals required. Mineral
will not
insufficient energy.
focus heavily on
Not enough energy. Mineral quantity in more overlords required.
I need a hive for that. I need an infestation pit for a hive. So that's the infestation pit. Okay. Here I could construct some more stuff. Let's go build another one of these. Some more roaches.
Minerals.
And more or less, lack of minerals is a problem. But something I can
Mineral field evolution
survive
complete.
without so far.
More minerals.
I don't kind of reach the hive often, really. It's just that that's how the games work for me.
Insufficient overlords.
That's how the games work for me. The overlords is a mess. Overlords, they are a mess for me because
Swarm has evolved. More overlords required.
can't really work them out. And that's that.
Sequences spun. Swarm mutated.
Alright,
Insufficient
more
overlords.
workers. Here everything's in construction. The lack of overlords is a little bit disturbing.
Queen birth successful. Not enough energy.
Okay, so now I'll certainly have enough
Insufficient
workers
overlords.
to do a lot of damage. The overlords have not maxed out everything for me
Enough minerals.
just yet. I can't go for all the upgrades I want without the hive.
Quantity insufficient.
So that's the
Evolution
hive.
complete.
Evolution complete.
Mineral cluster
What about
expanded.
this den right here?
Mineral field depleted.
And then here we can go into
Hive cluster under direct
okay.
assault.
Here everybody needs to go there.
Swarm forces
And
under attack.
everybody needs to go back.
More minerals required. Not enough minerals.
Okay.
Mineral quantity.
Wow, I'm just being hit so badly here
More minerals required.
by everybody.
Not enough minerals.
Damn, that's so bad.
Mineral
And,
quantity insufficient.
I've been mostly focusing
Swarm
on
forces under attack.
okay, let's go after them. This one, number 5, can be just fine.
Mineral quantity insufficient.
And mostly mineral quantity insufficient. That's not good, obviously, but nothing much
Swarm
I can
forces
kind
under
of
attack
do
field.
about that. Okay, let's assault them. Let's destroy this. Okay, get our forces together. And just
More
construct
minerals required.
more stuff. Okay,
Mutation complete.
here
Mineral
queen
quantity
is needed.
insufficient.
Here queen is needed.
Not enough.
These guys need to get out of here. Okay. Let's go, 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 go.
Mineral cluster.
And now I am able to do quite a bit of damage. Without an observer, he's not going to be that big of a deal for me.
More queen birth successful.
Okay. These lurkers have saved things for me here. And
Must
I
spawn more
need more
overlords.
of these. Oh yeah, in this case they were the best. Okay, here without the lurkers, not much I can do. Let's just kind of move in and move the army in. It's all over. That's what he says.
Mineral field depleted.
And let's just snipe those, all that stuff here. I need to get into his base fast. We can already start fighting here. I'm gonna send in massive numbers of links. Okay, so +2 upgrades. It looks like things worked out.
Under attack.
My production was really awesome. Let's get those troops as close as possible so the target focus could be much more devastating. And that's it. Looks like I'll destroy all of the buildings. Now it's time to rewind this game. And now, so yeah, in that case right there, those lurkers were the best. Without them, things would have been very difficult. And you see, the thing there was that he didn't have detection, so he couldn't really kind of snipe them away. And I did manage to borrow them in time. In any case, let's see how things are going for him. How did he play this game?
Your probes are under attack.
Let's keep the production tab open so that at all times we would know what he was building.
I return to serve.
And in this way we'll know what he was thinking about during the times.
Shadows.
And it's 4 minutes, he already has an immortal. I think that this is just really awesome.
I'm here. Research.
And that makes him really tough. I've expanded
In the shadows.
into 2 bases. Now he starts his offensive operations here. And it looked for me like a disaster. I've sent all of the workers out, as you can see, just to kind of get some time out of this. And it's good that I didn't send any other bases. He didn't know, if you can take a look, he had no idea that I had already another base running there. So he probably needed to attack that other base first. That didn't happen though. In any case, slowly but surely I managed with my links to carve through everything, and he didn't assault. However, for me personally, he did have an advantage. Just take a look at the income. The income is reasonably similar, and the number of harvesters is very similar as well, because many of my harvesters just simply died. So what they do next, I do not focus on the army as well. I'm focusing on producing more workers as well. While he is going even for cloaked units with the Templar archives, I guess. No, that's High Templars building. I have already a 4th base on its way. We have a similar number of workers, both of us. And he has quite a few marshals. I do have a lot more upgrades than he does. And I think that this gives me a good opportunity to defeat him.
Research complete.
He creates a base of operations.
I am here in the shadows. I am here in the shadows.
An infrastructure, to be more precise, to launch this attack, so he'll be consistently warping in units of the battle and be attacking me. He has a proper force to attack me with, many mortals. It looks like that's with High Templar, that's certainly a deathfall. That's an army composition that could easily defeat those hydraulics and such, because those storms, they're just too much. One storm could, if the hydraulics stay, defeat the entire hydraulics army, because hydraulics are only 90 damage, so they only need just a few hits to die. So one storm, in theory, when in the battle itself, can easily defeat.
The merging is complete.
Hydraulics. There can be any kind of staying inside of a location where storm is affecting. I've rewinded this a little bit back. I wanna see just how the battle raged there. So let's see this once again. Battles fascinate me. Here the Lings attack first, not so good. Then we have these troops that are a bit pumped up, but look at that. Those storms hit me very badly. Again, another hit. Everybody got to retreat. Probably that's not so bad. In any case,
I'm here in the shadows.
He's not launching storms, and that's exactly what kind of saving me now.
The merging is complete.
That's it.
Your probes are under attack. Base is under attack.
Now I'm attacking his fourth. As you can see, I'm on the offensive now, and
Mineral field depleted.
that does look very interesting. And let's watch this on faster.
Mineral
What does he
field
think?
depleted.
He builds more mortals, while I go for lurkers.
I return to serve.
He probably knows that the offensive is gonna come here. He will warp in additional units.
Let our enemy know.
And now the battle begins. He couldn't notice how I borrowed those lurkers there. But he can see them. It looks like he had an observer, but he decided not to snipe everybody. He will be sniping the lurkers now, but he can't do it. I think he was right. The lurkers were very sturdy, but I did have upgrades, while he didn't. And he did say, man, those lurkers are too tough. I almost read it, man, those lurkers are too high. Which would have been very funny. In this case, they were the best. Obviously, they did save my force, and now when the time goes further, I bring in more and more hydralisks, and
Your probes are under attack.
it looks like he's just going to watch this place being eliminated, and he still plays though.
I'm here.
But it was certainly a really cool match, without a doubt. Some of the stuff here got empowered, and his firepower is too small. I can just bring in everybody in
I'm here in the shadows.
and further attack him. I like the fact that he plays like till the last. He has money, as you can see, and he can, if the time allows him, forfeit units. Okay, it looks like that will be all of it. Done. And would you look at that? He didn't lose much MMR, and I gained reasonably large number. So that's really cool. Division points change 30. Let's take a look at the division points. So I only have 30 points, so it looks like it's just the beginning, while others have a reasonable number. Anyway, there's quite a few random players here as well.